All right, so where's the mainstream media been in all of this story? Brent Bozell is president of the Media Research Center. All right, Brent, what have or haven't they been doing with this story?
What story? It's amazing. The Senate hangs in the balance. The direction of the Senate hangs in the balance in November. Any one race could make or break it. This is a huge scandal. You were just talking about it. It looks like this is a candidate on a political death watch at this moment. If you look at the coverage, it is not to be believed. ABC World News Tonight, nothing. CBS Evening News, nothing. NBC Nightly News, nothing. Good Morning America, nothing. The Today Show, nothing. But CBS Morning News, or the CBS This Morning, 31 seconds. Total of 31 seconds of coverage.
This is a sitting senator. And I'm not trying to be cute here, but honestly, if his last name was Rubio or Cruz or McConnell, do you think this would be a different story?
Sure. Well, let's look at some stories. Do you remember Mark Foley, the congressman who had those emails with that male page back in 2006? 150 network news stories in 2 weeks. Herman Cain and the allegations of womanizing. 117 network stories in 1 week. Think about so many others. Mark Foley. Think about Richard Murdoch. Todd Aiken. Think about Larry Craig, the senator from Idaho next door with that toe tapping in the men's room. They talked about it all for months. Think about Chris Christie, whose middle name could be The Bridge. They're still talking about that one. And yet this, that is ongoing, that's breaking news, when the Senate hangs in the balance, nothing.
All right, so what would you say to those who would say, listen, the world is on fire. We got a lot going on. There are a lot of things playing out around the world. These are life and death things here at home and abroad. Maybe it's just a point in the cycle where this just isn't an important story.
Well, what I would say is that there's always room to do overwhelming coverage of Republicans, no matter what it is. Go back to Clarence Thomas. Go back to Oliver North. They would stop the coverage of the day's activities and go live to the newsrooms all afternoon covering this thing. This is now a scandal that's gotten 31 seconds from the networks. These are networks, Shannon, who are saying over and over in story after story that we've seen over the last 2 years, we are simply not going to report something if it goes against the Democratic Party narrative.
Well, the ball is in their court. We'll see if this gets a little bit more attention, if he decides to step down, if he has to resign. Certainly, they're going to have to cover that if a sitting senator says, I'm out.
I don't buy it for a second, Shannon. That's how crazy this is. I don't buy it that if he resigns that they'll do a story.
All right. You know what? We'll watch and see. And we'll check back with you if it does indeed happen.
One of us is going to owe the other a dinner.
Okay. Sounds good. And just by the way, I can't cook, so I'll be taking you out if it happens. Thanks, Brent.
Thanks, Shannon.